afternoon. We are, I think the worst of the wind is kind of past now. Let's go see what central London is like. So it's street learning as well. Wind's getting thrown around. The wanton destruction, I think people were perhaps slightly banking on. I don't think that hasn't really happened today. They call it a windy day. But let's see what we can find down here, eh? Yeah, the big jet. I think I posted a link to that on the Immortal Aliens Discord earlier. He got up to like nearly 250,000 people watching this stream at Heathrow. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I was surprised actually more of the air traffic wasn't called off. Right, there's still quite a few jets landing there. As I said, maybe about 20-25 go-arounds, but still quite a lot of aircraft that were landing there. I suppose it's just one of the things that the wind is still coming mostly from the west, so it's just landing into a rather savage headwind, but it's not too much coming from the side that makes the landing really difficult. So yeah, a little bit hairy, but it wasn't like it was a southerly wind or something, which would have made it really risky. But yeah, that was a good stream. Must have gone really viral, because I think I tuned in at about like 10 AM and it was on like 30k viewers. I came back when I finished some work at around lunchtime and it was on like 200,000 or something. It's absolutely nuts. Yeah, I saw that though too, had its roof blown off. I mean, I figure with something like that it must be some flying debris that like cut the thing open and then it was curtains for the rest of it. But let's see really if there's any damage that's happened in central here. No, it's all kind of parts now, I think, most of it. Police car on the bridge up there. But they just usually like pull people over for like being wide boys or something over Tower Bridge. That. Like it's yeah, I see that channel sometimes. It's kind of like sitting at the end of Heathrow or going to some of the other airfields around the UK. Feeds the plane spotters very well. I don't think anyone caught it, but the other thing that was turning up on the air radar was some US Air Force B-52s where they tried to come back from Sweden and were like hovering around for a while. I'm not sure where they ended up going, but they might have probably had some problems getting down to Fairford.
You never do it.
Feel of it underneath somewhere. Yeah, it's a good day for selling sheds, I think, today, isn't it? There'll be lots of new sheds and fences needed. I don't know. It's probably a bit overhyped, right? This is you get a few days like this every year. It's not been worse storms in recent history. A few times a year you get a few trees being blown down, car windscreens being put through. Got it, shot. getting golden windows hour now. Just needed to get out the house for a bit. Yeah, I don't know. This is just maybe this is just the eye of it passing over now. Maybe in about half an hour it will pick up again. See, I don't know. Is there supposed to be more coming in from the west? Or is this it for today? It's just nothing crazy here at the moment. I get the blue blaring messages of people being told to stay home. So it's all really pretty quiet. It's all about. No boats on the river. Yeah, so like 5 PM London Bridge Friday, pavement should be packed with people getting to the train stations. But no, it's pretty much dead. Where do we go now? Leadenhall Market maybe? Borough Market, Leadenhall Market. Oh, those two. The critical mass is not this. It's not today. It's next week. The old London Bridge. Workplace closed at 11. What, are you working on a necessary to close? Like you're working on a building site or something? You're in an office, pretty safe here. Okay. So the only concern is whether you're I think most of the construction site in Acton. That's about right, probably. I saw on Twitter earlier quite a few reports of blowing down and stuff, so it's quite a danger. Friday. Just finished now, so there's something interesting to do. Dead Jim. Hello, Yoshi. Yeah, like in paradise tonight. Storm damage, mate. Flailing. the kind of things you put in the road to stop cars driving through. So they've been sitting here for a while. Where are they meant to go? Just be left there, right? This part's some bridge repair. Looks up to me.
Tell us your story. How do you feel?
So some access shaft for the bank station upgrade going on now? I guess it is. Is the whole bank branch of the Northern Line been closed for quite a while? Do some kind of upgrades. I guess this must be like one of the access shafts for it. Let's have a look. You need a dead cat. It'd be nice to have a live one, but yeah, this is the access shaft for I think the Northern Line upgrade at Bank. So you must be right on the end of one of the platforms here. What else do we have here? Monument Pub. I think Leadenhall Market is going to get a pint now. See what's popular this time. Recycling, get 10% off full price clothing. I sometimes think, well, I'd rather probably hang on to my old stuff. 110% discount. Another deleted lane here. So yeah, well, it was two. Now it's just one lane of traffic. Everywhere. More lanes of deleted traffic. Here. Glove on my hands. Actually. There we go. Leadenhall Market, I don't know. The meters up here on the right, really. Should usually be really busy on a Friday night. See how much the pubs in the city have been decimated by work from home orders. Bars, lobbies. Swan Tavern. meant to be flying this weekend, but I get the feeling it will be called off for the wind. Let's see. There's jobs in the city. Leadenhall Market. Really quiet. Accept card and contactless payments only. Mother of God. This is all shut. Pub open here. £5.90 ham sandwich. £6.90. Is that ham, cheese and beer? Pizza Express in Woking.
And it shows you how much time you spend on each app.
A pint of the original.
Yeah. Sorry, you're right. Yeah.
So if I just have a little top off.
Yeah.
Alright. I might have actually removed beer from the pint. What's this? Heating element. Yeah, I think it's yeah, so there's a little table out here, but pretty much empty. Yeah, this market is pretty much empty. Anyway, cheers everyone. Another week. So that was £4.75, £4.20, £5.25. I wasn't shocked by the price of this. When I get back, I gave him a tenner. I got another 50p for my parking for the while. Yeah, we'll see what's going on kind of today. See if I can just this for a second, and I'll hook up my hook up the phone with the other charging lead, wireless. I've been trying to get my action camera to work on the bike, but I've So I've got like an action camera that now properly works as a USB webcam. With another one, but like I can plug it into the phone and make it work. However, when you plug it into your phone via a USB lead, the USB on the go driver on your phone has to support being able to like charge the phone and you need to like keep your phone where you're streaming from charging, as well as the camera actually while you're operating it. And it seems that like the phone I've got, Samsung Galaxy S7 doesn't support like simultaneously charging and having a device connected to the on-the-go port. So I'm just trying to figure out how to get around it. Either you get a newer phone with USB-C on it, or I think there's some of them says you can patch the kernel on some of these phones to make it work. But yeah, at some point I want to have this action cam up and running as a streaming thing. I think I'll be a lot better. I can put it in this like little waterproof case, little waterproof GoPro case, and have it screwed to the bike, and then I think you should get much steadier stuff for when you're out cycling. So just a little project I've got going. I'll do a bit here and there. I might actually buy that. Apparently there's some old version of an HTC phone, but this kind of charging and device thing works at the same time, so I might try and pick one of those up second hand on eBay and see if that fixes the problem for me. I'm half-minded because all you really want for the streaming, for the streaming thing to do is to just like take in the camera data and send it to the internet. I think you can maybe even do it with like a Raspberry Pi or a small little computer like that. As far as I see it, you don't need to do that much transcoding or anything. It's just basically just sending the data stream off. So I think a small little low-powered computer would be a really good option for that. And then you could then obviously have the USB webcam feeding in one way, and then just a charger with the other one. And then I guess a little wireless network that you'd be able to, like, say, from your phone, control all the settings on it. That's the way I see it would be really good. But yeah, so 5:20, still pretty much dead here. And this is not charging. My phone's on 9%? 8%, okay, it wasn't plugged in. Yeah, I think also if you like charge them weirdly, that's what. Obviously, these all have these like lithium cells in them, and if you don't charge them, if you charge them weirdly, you get problems where if you make them go too hot, the cells will expand. I think these lithium cells are quite sensitive to how you charge them. It's a nice building, but no one here at all. What's that? Is this a wireless radio? Interesting. Viva Fries went live in Canada. I think he's like one of the main people covering this protest. Yeah, we'll have this drink. See if some more people turn up here. Maybe we'll go wander up to Liverpool Street, see what's happening there. See what the greater angular train cancellations are like. I think I checked the wind earlier and it seemed Norfolk would be getting pretty battered, so yeah, see how much of the trains at Liverpool Street aren't working.
I think they're doing some work.
is everyone now? This is not going to be teeming with people. It's a Friday night. It's like City of London. It's either the last main stop off before going to London Bridge to catch your train home. This is usually packed with people having a pint or two after work. This town's living like a ghost town. This town is living like a ghost town. Euston's closed. As we're saying today, City Matters boosted in our pop-up vaccination clinic. Keep London safe. Find your regular copy of City Matters inside. What's this one? City leads global financial rankings. Lots of misery and tube strikes. 20-mile-an-hour limits. A10 Carringay Commercial Road. Hackney. I know, 20 miles. Driving at 20 miles an hour in your car almost feels dangerous sometimes. It's like you don't have a lot of headroom for it to take cyclists and other slow-moving things on the road. And it's kind of like when the road's busy, it'll go down to below there anyway. But what else do we have? Invest in Epping. Grant scheme. Well, here we go. City pubs suffering over lack of footfall. This is what's this say? This is in like the news 2 weeks ago. This is really like a advertorial paper. Old Bank of England pub. This is probably a copy of Reuters or something like that, isn't it? It's yeah. Oh, this was like I saw exactly this article like weeks ago. It's run on like the BBC News or like My London or something. It was run on. But yeah, for this month's paper, that's pretty bad. Watch show. What else is there? Barbican hits 40 for the Woven Child. This is really an advertorial paper, right? It's an advertorial paper. Take a UK rail tour to Manchester. Inquire within. Some of these, like you see these rail tours, there, like some are very like Busman's Holidays ones where they'll just like take a railway thing and they won't go near any like nice tourist sites at all. They're just like reverse around railway marshalling yards in Crewe or something all day. Definitely Busman's Holiday special there. But anyway. Yeah. I'm not sure whether I do a rail tour. What I'd like to do one day actually is do that Pullman service, the like London to Penzance train. Or you can get like a nice, on the train down to Cornwall, you can get like when I do like a full nice service like meal on the way down. It's quite expensive, but yeah, you get like a first class ticket down to Cornwall. And you get to sit in the dining car and have a nice meal on the way down. It's one of the rail things I haven't done yet in the UK. There's a few other there aren't really very many trains with like nice food on, and that's pretty much. There's like that one, and I think there's like one a day that runs from I don't know like Cardiff or Newport to Chester, and it goes up all through like the middle of Wales, and it's one train where all the like members of the Welsh Parliament, they all just get on that and have a nice meal on expenses, which runs once a day. Have I ever been on the sleeper train to Edinburgh? Yeah, I've done the sleeper train a few times. I've done the Edinburgh one once, and I've done the Highland one about 3 times. Yeah, I've done the Highland one 3 times, I think, and I've done the Edinburgh one once. I went up, you see, if you go to my stream through a couple of months ago, I did a few up in the Cairngorms, and I used the train to get up there and back. Quite cheap seat you take on the way up. It doesn't cost you a vast amount of money. It's a bit uncomfortable, but you get you leave at something after 9 o'clock at night, and you wake up at you kind of jump off at about 7:30 in the morning in the middle of some nice countryside. So I'm quite a fan of taking that. I think if you want to actually have a bed, you've got to book quite far in advance. Because they're kind of on the day or on the week of, bookings for all the berths are quite they get quite expensive at that point. Well, there's plenty of people on vast expenses if you don't care. Paying for it out of your own pocket is a bit probably rather not. But sometimes it's just I think they're if your work pays for the travel, the whole thing is they get to kind of claim that as a business expense. It's entirely tax deductible. So it ends up costing them about, vastly less than what it costs you to pay for it yourself after you've already had the tax taken out of your pay packet every month. Entire life should just be a business expense. Have that sweet tax deductibility. Line 2 Edinburgh, what's that there? I did also the last time I got there, when I went to Inverness the last time, was we got the sleeper up to that, and then actually the way down we got the new Azuma train, because we had to do a day train to get back rather than the sleeper home, and we got this once a day Inverness to King's Cross direct one. Did that, did something like 50 quid actually, and got the first class ticket, and got this 7.5 hour train journey with unlimited snacks and food and drink and stuff for 50 quid, which I thought was pretty good, a good value for money in the end actually. They gave you a hot meal for lunch, and I think you had a breakfast hot meal, a lunch hot meal, and a dinner hot meal when you were on the train, plus all the tea, coffee, snacks, and then after lunchtime they'd serve beer and wine. I thought that was I think that was one of the best value train journeys I've been on. Just 7.5 hours of it. Hazard, he's one of those urban historian type people. He seems to read up a lot. His channel is really good. He reads a lot of history and I suppose, what is it? Various Victorian railways that perhaps don't exist anymore until at some point in the early 20th century. Time to organise. Time to organise. Sounds like a perfect organisation to me. Sushi Snapper. See what the cancellation is on like Liverpool Street now. Some fun of my flying lessons the other day. Was now learning how to land the thing and doing it in. The wind take off a roof here or something?
What's that, sorry?
The wind take off a roof here or something? Which one was it?
The hotel here on the corner.
Oh yeah. Must be. Was anyone hurt?
At the moment it hasn't actually come off.
Okay. It's just kind of flapping around. There you go. You heard it. Nando's Hotel roof damaged. Liverpool Street closed. Let's see what the railway station's like. Yeah, the O2 got. Yeah, they probably won't be having concerts there for a few days, right? So, now you think just to. Be a pain in the arse to fix that thing. Because I guess a lot of the strength of that dome is all in this one stressed skin, right? The whole way that dome's put together is this metal structure with this one stressed fabric skin on the outside. Pub's a little busy. Alright, God. Do you want to go to your drink call today? See what the cancellation is here, I like. Oh, that board has nothing on it, but maybe it's the other side. Yep. Doesn't look like too many trains to me. Yep, so pretty much no trains going from here. Friday 18th of February, due to severe weather conditions, services to and from Liverpool Street are currently suspended with the exception of TfL rail services which will run with delays. So, yep, that's how many trains are running from this station now. There will be Norfolk and chance of getting home today.
Drivers, please due to severe weather conditions, rail services are Suspended to further notice. Passengers are advised not to travel. Once again, on behalf of Motorway, we would like to sincerely apologise for any inconvenience caused.
Passengers are advised not to travel. Well, they can't travel. I think that's a bit of a moot point, isn't it? But yeah, that is all of the services cutting. Yes, we will be reducing the timetable. Oh no, you'll be throwing it out the window, I believe. Well, let's go get another pint. There's going to be a lot of grumpy people who can't get home to Newmarket or whatever today. Newmarket or Colchester or Southend or Braintree or Norwich or Kings Lynn or whatever it is. Cheltenham Festival. Due to adverse weather conditions, please do not buy a ticket here. Please go to your ticket buying cubicle. Often would have order. I should select. There's a very up squeeze. A place to meet, sir. You could open a fish restaurant called A Place to Eat if you put the I in the word place. That would be kind of. I think that's a good name for a fish restaurant. So this is the. Please wait for the T-Roll rail. Oh, I think if you're a bit further on the west of the country, it might be a bit windy, but it's not been too bad here today. It's just been a generally windy day, not like. Time to Ilford. Okay, is that in a tunnel all the way to Ilford then? It's like, how do you go from Ilford to Seven Kings being like so much longer? Ilford. Yeah, no trains home. This is weird. Like I've been in like Japan and they've had full-on typhoons and even stuff doesn't feel as cancelled as this. You stop for like 2 or 3 hours when the worst of it goes over and then it's all back again. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what's popping. Please enter your designated drinking cubicle. Have your recommended daily allowance. We got one station of credit. Please move away from the bar after service. Move away. Right. just going to let the turn the screen off for a few minutes, let the battery recover a touch. Yeah, cheers again. Number 2, 350. But it's weird, you go to a lot of other pubs and this is like, some of the other Wetherspoons and this is like 99p or £1.99. I think this is like pretty much the most expensive one in the city. I thought London 350s. Maybe £5 or £6 elsewhere. This thing charged a bit. 11%. Let's see what the set style. That door. Let's see how this gets busier tonight. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people turning up, just getting annoyed they won't have any trains. So I think it might have passed over London now, but it'll still be going. Be heading up to Norfolk, Essex, Suffolk, Cambridgeshire, wherever this thing goes. See if we've got any messages. Message muted conversations. Yeah, this is the one busy pub in London, I think. City of London Riot Squad. Okay, I think there might be an event somewhere around the corner, so let's see which one that's meant to be. Yeah, maybe there's an event around the corner we can go to tonight. That should be pretty cool. Do I agree to the cookies? Give me the cookies. Banana shot 129, yeah. No, I think the banana shot one top. I mean, £1.30 for a can of beer is, I think, pretty much the going rate if you don't go to Tesco for it. You go to like a corner shop. I had actually before I left. I had a nice refreshing can of Giviettes for £1.30 from my local corner shop. Had one of those for going, and yeah, that was kind of nice. Yeah, it's let's roll to Brick Lane and see what so there might be something on there. But yeah, I think it's just like you can, but sometimes you just want to be in a warm place. You're like, well, I'm not paying for the beer necessarily, I'm paying for the ambience, I'm paying for the privilege of being in a heated room while I drink it. So, yeah, it's a big difference between the banana shop and the pub, right? You're paying to be in a heated room that's convenient to go to, which has toilets. Which is decorated in a manner which is comfortable. So as you know, it's the purpose of the pub, is to provide some atmosphere and ambience, not just to provide alcohol itself. And that's fundamentally what you pay for. For a fiver. Oh dear. 4 for 4, 4 for 5, 5 for 4. I'll see if there's any good football on to cover tomorrow. I think pubs are still on this like lower rate of VAT at the moment. But I think it's not on 5, it's on like 12, and it should be, but it will go back up to 20 in October, I think, and then they can screw with taxes in the UK. I mean, on one hand, you know, the Bastard here were asking for the government to pay for people to stay at home even more. I think I never thought that was a proportionate measure, but you know, like, people have to feel that they've got some skin in the game, not for like every pound that I earn, nigh on 50p of it goes back to the government in tax. It's continually just ratcheting up the tax and then reducing the amount of services people get for it is not great, but I don't know, I feel like this whole furlough scheme, everything else around it, has just been biblically expensive. It's been as expensive as a war. But I don't know, you know, they've thrown a lot of money at very marginal gain on it. And basically saddled up the country with a much higher, you know, much more of taxes will go back to paying back the interest on debt in the future. Yeah. You have to think most of the tax rise is just going back to just paying paying interest on debt. The beer was £7. No, this beer was £3.49. But it's now not uncommon in London to find beer for £7. You go to the slightly more la-di-da pubs, it's £3.49 is cheap here. I think I paid £7 for a beer. I think I paid £7 or even £8 for a beer somewhere around Borough Market the other week. Yeah, these things are getting steep. These things cost too, but I think it's just like this. You follow one of the other YouTubers, it's that Louis Rossmann character. Like, it's very interesting going on like his rants about just like finding empty. I think he had a very interesting set of stuff when he was like trying to find a new home for his business in New York, and just trying to see just how ridiculous real estate was there. That effectively there's a lot of large firms that just don't want to rent to anyone smaller than a bank. And the cost of rent is just unbelievable most of the time, and they're kept there just for pumping up people's existing property portfolios more than necessarily facilitating small businesses. The thing on also Reddit the other day that people were picking up there on this like proliferation of sweet shops that you find in like Oxford Street and Regent Street and everywhere around W1 central London, right? But something like Oxford Street, I think the last time I checked had 13 sweet shops on it, and they're basically just the latest generation of these kind of Afghan money laundering schemes, which the private eye has done quite a big section on over the years. But just basically just about that all these sweet shops are like, well, you can claim to put a lot of cash through the till and sell a lot of sweets out your pick and mix. You can have quite a lot of wastage in the business, and by doing that, you can effectively use that as a way of laundering money quite a bit. And then you just fold the bit, and when it comes to the point when you have to pay taxes at say 1 year after filing your business, you can just kind of fold it and then open it in your cousin's name a week afterwards, and it's a new company and it's all clean there. And I don't know, there just seems to be no very little impetus on the side of the HMRC or the police or National Crime Agency or anyone like that to actually investigate these things and fully audit these businesses and see if what they're doing is legit, because it just seems crazy. It doesn't seem that there's enough. In any sane world, there couldn't be such a market for sweet shops on the most expensive, on some of the most expensive retail per square foot you can find anywhere in the world. When you think of it. That's really like, floor space you've really got to make work for you to make it work on Oxford Street. And even a lot of like your really big brands that have shops there even run them as loss leaders just to have the presence of being on Oxford Street. They're not. So I find it very incredible. They probably get good deals just for like keeping the shop occupied rather than anything else. They're probably on some kind of deal of like they find a better tenant, they get kicked out and they get it for cheap, but still it seems like a very crooked enterprise to me. That's the table number. I'm just going to have this and go. There is a table number, but I think it's doing this on my own. I think I'd rather go somewhere else. Thanks for the offer of the table number.
Sorry, mate. Have you got a cigarette?
Oh, I don't smoke. Sorry. Anyway, I'm going to have this, and then we'll go for a wander down Brick Lane. No more trains running from there. By the time I asked you for a cigarette, I feel like you just responded in a more colloquial way. Feels like a more like medium way or something. Okay. Actually, we can go up here. See what's in the bespoke Italian deli area. It's like quite. I went up here. I think like some Christmas gifts or something. For the first time. Un momento. Hello. Give me a 7.7 if the audio is working, please. I'll find the staircase up to the utility place.
Want to eat it?
Okay, good, thank you. Let's get a front walk around this thing and see what's in there. Vastly expensive supermarkets you probably ever go into, easily. Because there's like a restaurant but with a kind of like Whole Foods, but Italian kind of thing on top. £11 a kilo for our baby. Purple carrots. Got fennel. Dried figs. Garlic. Doesn't look like a purple artichoke to me. Ginger. Potatoes. Few good cuts of meat.
Questo è maiale, è maiale.
Steaks.
No, non è lì. È quello là grande lì.
We have here biscuit selections. See what they have for the grissini. The breadsticks. No, the toast equivalents. Forte. This is supposed to be bespoke. I'll try this, I haven't had one of these before. Cake with almonds. I don't know. Mr. Removal said that these were like pretty good things. Let's get one of these and see what it's like. I'll go wander around. £2.70. Fillable items. So we have I think the wine section is a nice bit here.
Non so se l'ho detto, ma come controllano
The bespoke wines in here. Ooh. Only €1,000. Yeah, we've got kind of music you could put in a game like Streets of Rage or something playing now. It's supposed to be all the bespoke wines here. Barolo. I guess this is all wine which is just not expensive enough you could still drink it instead of just saving it for years. Or you'd save some of it, drink some of it. I guess the point with this stuff is, you know, once you have, so used to paying, you probably paid £30 for a bottle of wine at a decent restaurant, so if you paid £30 here, you probably get something far better. Even fun, so. Oh yeah, I'll go get my Panforte margarita. Expensive, but it's I haven't had one, so let's try it. Gelato perfetto. Remade pasta. See if I get this room all layout. Okay, I have a friend who's going to eat around Liverpool Street, and we'll see if it's any good. And I'll find where's a cash register.
That's fine.
£1.90. Let's see if there's any good. Better be. Transaction approved. See if this can order is any good then. Expensive piece of cake, but let's try it. Nice bit of artwork on here. Looks like a kind of Leonardo da Vinci would have done it. Colombia. Yeah, let's go for this thing. Is this the best cake I've ever had? Oh, it comes in a paper wrapper with foil into it. fruity note. Well, sometimes like I've got me into a snowstorm now. Trousers and those sorts of snow. Okay, I'm going to log off now because I might come back later. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I may see you later, right? All the best, everyone.